Well, it finally happened. The day is here when it's time for me to move on from this channel. This channel, I ended up running into an issue about 3 or 4 years ago, where Google no longer supports the kind of account that was created to make this channel, which means that I'm actually locked out. The only way I'm able to get in is through the web browser that still has the login credentials, but the email that was associated with this no longer exists. Google deleted it because it was a brand account, and Google no longer supports brand accounts. They did it for a while, they tried it out. I guess not enough people did it, and they got rid of them. Well, now I don't have ownership of the channel. That's a scary place to be. I've tried reaching out to support over the last 3 years to no success. So Emily, my wife, was kind enough to give me the hard truth and say, you just need to start a new channel. I think this is a good time to talk about the two different directions that my channel has gone into. For a long time, this channel was hard for me to work with. And it was this constant tension between talking about the realities, sometimes the darker parts of Christian ministry and pastoral ministry as a whole, as well as being more educational, and the lighthearted and encouraging aspect of presenting gospel truth to you and to people online. It has always been my goal to be able to be an online influence for God's gospel. But it's also been my passion to share some of the difficult conversations that oftentimes Christians try to avoid, or that church administrators are not able to speak to in a way that I can, or that you can as both lay people and just district pastors, just speaking candidly about issues within the church, but also challenging you on matters of how do we read the Bible? Is it fair to come to the Bible with this inerrant view of Scripture? How do we interact with an ancient text in a modern world? That's what these harder conversations are for over here, whereas I'm also trying to have just meaningful conversations that encourage you to grow in your faith. For a long time, I thought I could do them both in the same place, but I don't think that's helpful. And I think it would be a betrayal to those who are trying to learn about Jesus in the most simple way possible online, where oftentimes it's devoid of the gospel, and then also get bombarded with some of these more difficult, more mature conversations about the church and about religiosity. So what I've done is I've decided that I'm going to split these two up. So now that I'm moving channels anyway, the Pastor Eli's office is my place to have some of these harder discussions, kind of a look behind the scenes of pastoral ministry, and just an invitation into my office. Whereas the other channel is going to be kind of my mission for the original Pastor Eli that I had always envisioned, which is to be an online minister. That is a little cringe because I don't fully buy into the idea that we can have an online church, but I do believe that there is some good to offer for the people who are chronically online, and that's where I think the Online Pastor YouTube channel is meant to go. So this side is going to be for presenting the gospel, explaining the Bible, very entry level, very accessible. This side, so these are going to be like the ones that you can share with friends who are new to the gospel or are wanting to have questions about, hey, I have questions about the book of Job. Why does it talk about? That's what this section is going to be. That's what that channel is. This channel is going to be about some of the harder conversations and often reacting to things that are happening within the church that, quite frankly, I'm just really interested in. And I don't have I don't want to get up and preach about it because I don't think that's the place. The pulpit is not the place for me to like explore some of these ideas or to offer criticism to the institution. Whereas online, I'm fine doing that because that's on my own time. That's not this. I'm going to consider part of my ministry, ongoing ministry as a pastor of the Western Slope in the Adventist Church. This is just me personally in my office, inviting you in to discuss candidly some of the issues I'm seeing in the Christian world today, and especially in the Adventist Church. So I'm hopeful that you will follow on whichever one of those two is more in line with what you're interested in, or you can subscribe to both, or you can subscribe to neither. It's totally fine. But yeah, I'm going to be putting a lot of emphasis on just presenting the gospel and not being afraid that, oh man, what if I attract people who are new to the gospel and then I'm talking about these harder things? It's just better to keep them separate. Here is what the channels look like now. I've got my personal channel as well as the Glenwood Springs Church channel, and then these two are in a separate email. If you want to reach out to me about the YouTube channel, that's the email to go to. But yes, thank you for having stuck around. I'm going to leave this channel live for some time, but eventually I will be removing it altogether. or just discontinuing it, because there's not going to be a way for me to log back in. So this is goodbye. Goodbye on this little place. I built my home here, and I posted over 70 channels. So I think I almost made it to 100 videos, but I'm going to be moving those videos now and dividing them and uploading them on their separate channels. So thank you so much. May God bless you, whatever you choose to do or wherever you choose to go, whether to start your own ministry or to say goodbye to Pastor Eli forever. Thank you so much, and have a blessed day.